What is up, FIFA faithful? Bearhamms here with the 20th episode of my Minnesota United career mode. And before we get into it against New England, amongst others, let's talk about the most recent game against Sporting KC. Simply put, the Loons played like dog shit. It was awful. I am so relieved I did not watch all of it. I kind of got to the 3-0 bit, and I was like, you know what? I got better things to do on a Wednesday evening. There's no way they're going to come back from this. So I just went back to play some pro clubs with some friends and had a good time. I did, though, watch highlights, and from what I saw, it was just an overall capitulation by the entire team. Team played great in the beginning. I saw Finlay's attempt hit the crossbar, but at this point, there's no excuses for that anymore. I looked at the standings. They're in 8th place now. Granted, they have a game in hand, but that's not good at all. There's only 10 games left in the season. They still have to play some of the better teams in the league. This was easily their most embarrassing performance of the season. And again, they've lost 3-0, and they lost those first 4 games of the season, which are slowly biting them in the ass right now. And let's go into the worst of them, the worst players. Tyler Miller, absolutely terrible. First off, the goal that he gave up, the first one, just right off of him. Biggest deflection you could ask for if you're a KC player. Able to bury that home. Gives up another one that's relatively close to him. And then that third goal, the PK goal. What the hell? Like, he was just so bad tonight. You could say it's an off night. He's been playing decent. I've complimented him numerous games. I'd also have to, I think biggest culprits of this game too were our wing backs going back and forth, giving way too much space on the wings. DJ Taylor, Matnair, they were doing that. I mean, they had to go to a 5-3-2 at the end with Coleman in the center back role and brought Raitala. I think the only credit I could give to, okay, I'll give 2 kudoses. I'll give it to Finlay, who again, he knows that Lud's back and his time is going to be limited. So he was playing his heart out. He got us a chance or two. He was doing his best. And also Robin Wood. He's back, and he actually electrified the team a little bit. He had that header that was close. But then again, that's this team for most of the season. It's just, oh, so close. Oh, so close. You know, they'd be champions at horseshoes. But, yeah, soccer, that's not how it goes. They got to start burying those. And it's got to start now, and it can't stop. Overall, it's pretty laughable that I thought they would draw against Sporting Kansas City. I thought that, oh, they'll get maybe Reynoso and Wood back, so they'll be okay. But nope, not even both of them for the entire game. Had a lot of backups in, and that's not an excuse at all. They were bad. Not only did they drop points, they dropped 4 goals down in the goal differential race, which is going to hurt them even more. And yeah, not a good night for the Loons. With 3 games remaining in the regular season, we take on 2 Eastern Conference opponents. So first off, we do take on New England Revolution, then we'll finish it off with an away game against FC Cincinnati. Nothing much has changed for the lineup, as it's just the same. Honestly, it's the team that I want to see. So we do have Boxel, Dibasi, then our wingbacks are Gasper and Matnair. Midfielders Dotson and Trapp. We have Reynoso in the middle. And we have Hunou up top with Wood and Fragapane on the wings. And of course, Miller between the sticks. As we do take on New England Revolution, who have been surprisingly the best team in all of MLS, as they are a top of the Supporters Shield standings. And it does make sense as to why. They do have Gustavo Bo, as well as Buksa, the Polish striker, who has been electric for their national team. And I think they are going to be pretty dangerous coming into that MLS playoff, as they honestly have that Eastern Conference on lockdown. But we'll just flip it to Gasper. Gasper does see Lud far post. Takes it. Oh, no! Robin Lud off his head. Doinks it off the crossbar. There's a shot. Good save there by Miller. Able to push it aside. Let's do have the final 5 minutes for each team to score. Forgot about Gill. He's been fantastic for the Revolution. I believe he does lead the league in assists. He'll keep it in. But that will do it for the opening half. No score, but we had a good chance with Robin Hood as he did doink it off the crossbar. We'll head to the tunnel. 0-0. Maybe a chance here as Robin Hood. Curls it, but a good save. Feeling from our opportunities, it will be us at some point, hopefully, but do we have that in us, though? There's a chance. Oh, Reynoso. Oh, he tried to curl it. How far off was that? As we will take a quick gander at the replay. Oh, that was close. Now they're really hunkering on pressure. Caicedo looking for a shot. Takes it, but a good save by Miller. So that will go for a corner. So maybe one last chance here. This will be a good chance. It's Fragapane all by himself. We'll center that through. Hunou, yes! Hunou will get the game winner in the 89th minute. A bit of a sweaty play by Franco Fragapane. Could have taken it himself, but he did see some support running to his right. So he's able to find the Frenchman, and the Loons might have squeaked out a victory here. And that'll do it. First game in the books. Way to win it. Big news before our penultimate game of the season against FC Cincinnati. After 32 games, Portland Timbers and LAFC only have 62 points, while the Loons have 66. So, if we win this game, we'll secure the second spot, and maybe things might get better from there. For the second and final game of today's episode, we take on FC Cincinnati. It's always fun to play FC Cincinnati, not only because the Loons always beat FC Cincinnati, but always fun to shout out my good friend JB3 Sports, who is based out of Cincinnati. He has done a save with FC Cincinnati, as well as some others. He most recently did his Youth Heroes series with Saarbrücken in the Bundesliga. And I'm excited to see what he does next for FIFA 22. Be sure to check him out. I will leave a link in the description below. He's been grinding it for the past couple of years, and he finally got to 1,000 subs. I am so happy for him. Something I've been trying to get to is, almost Hunou putting the Loons on the board 1-0. Yeah, I have no clue what the issue is with FC Cincinnati and their lack of success. Like, they have a decent, I'd say decent coach in Jaap Stam, if he's still there. And, I don't know, I think it's just they're swinging for the fences too much with their designated players. And just focusing on that instead of like getting an actual team together first. I think once they do that, once they can actually like build a community, I think they will have a chance. As maybe something here on the counter, but looks like that would be easily taken away by Fragapane. Oh, maybe a chance here. As Dabasi is out of position. Cincinnati closing down. And that'll do it. Wow. Right at halftime, it is Acosta who scores. So it looks like Cincinnati will be leading heading into the tunnel. No. Oh, he's offside. What? No? Okay. Interesting, as that will be the Brazilian Brenner who gets on the board. And now the Loons are down by 2. Yeah, I totally jinxed the Loons' chances of winning on this one. They do lose to Cincinnati 2-0 away from home. Now that last game of the season is going to be a little more interesting. Along with the Loons, the Sounders drop points, but at this point with the goal differential, it doesn't matter. Also, LAFC drew and the Timbers won, so they're just a point behind. So all we need to do is win. We have that second spot in the Western Conference. Next game up for the Loons is against LA Galaxy, who have been on the skids as of late. They are currently still in 4th with 38 points. And the Loons, if they do win this game, that's a big if, they'll only be 4 points behind. But still not ideal for the Loons, especially with only 10 games remaining in the season. And here's my prediction. I think the Loons are going to win this one. And I only think they're going to win this one is because they have to win this one. They need to win this one. It was a close game against them back, I think, a month or two ago. It was the Jonathan Klinsmann show. He was on fire. And thankfully for the Loons, Chicharito wasn't playing. I don't know about Chicharito's status now, but I think they're going to win. I think they're going to squeeze out a 2-1 victory, but it's not going to be pretty, and it's going to be one of those scrape from the barrel, get all the effort that they have, and they'll barely get it, just to be, okay, we're doing okay now. But there's still a lot of problems with this team, especially with finishing. Let's just hope on this game against the Galaxy, they have everybody back, and things can return to normal, and they can break this 2-game losing streak. So yes, this will be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as you're playing it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. This has been Bearhamms, and as always, Toodaloo.